so much fun.
Live,
and people
folks.
just throwing.
Hey, when you get on, say hi.
I'm gonna put my feet up. I'm gonna need maybe a drink too, but it's gonna be worth it. Yeah. It's the people who show up and they're like, are they making cuts? And you're like, shut all the way up. Shut up. Go find something to do. No. No, it should be good.
Oh, Father, how I love you.
She's like, ooh,
I know.
Buffalo,
right?
Oh, Father, how I love
But Aaron Rodgers is so freaking good.
these.
Silly. Oh, I know. We're like, that's gonna be a toss-up.
That should be a good game.
All both games are gonna be fabulous. And you got Adams, Josh Adams, and Allen.
Don't be shy, say hi.
Are you packed? Good. Yes.
How are you guys?
How you doing?
Good.
And food.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you like to do when you're not working?
Well, I do.
Have
I'm in
some
softball
coffee with
league
your
now.
cream.
Oh,
Yeah,
fun.
So yeah, we play on
Yes.
Thursday.
It is pretty good stuff, man. I have to say.
Oh, no, sorry. I
Like
That's okay.
Oh, I did, but it's too sugary for me,
No
but it's
problem.
delicious.
So,
Like I can have a little bit, like a little cup.
Oh, cool.
So it's
Yeah.
small
Do you
for
have it
your-
for your course or are you feeling
No,
out new ones?
not really. Yeah, we
Yeah.
try to do like different ones. all the
That's
time.
awesome.
Welcome,
The
Miss
weather's
Anna.
beautiful.
I know,
Right
finally
now.
starting to warm up here.
Yeah.
What about you?
I worked in the weekend. I went hiking. Well, I like to call it hiking because I feel better about just walking. In the morning, it's just walking because everything's flat.
Very well, how are you?
I went yesterday out to Huntington Island. And we have like a 2.5 mile trail out there that like goes out to like really quiet.
Good morning,
There's
Miss
never anything.
Madison.
Oh,
So it was really
okay.
nice.
Where?
On Huntington Island over in Dunedin.
Okay.
That's like one of my favorite beaches just because it's like it's a beautiful beach, but it's always like it's not very busy because it's a state park too. So
Okay.
yeah,
Well, that's cool.
this weekend I think my dad was talking about going because he was like, "You went to Huntington Island, you should go and go fishing." So I might be fishing. Okay.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
You like fish?
I haven't done it in a while. I do like to catch the fish.
That's
I'm like,
about it.
you want to do this? Next time you can take it off. Okay. But I try to learn as much as I can from them, like in different parts from both my parents. It's fun. Yeah. But the weather stays nice. I think it'll be good.
Oh, I know.
A good time for it.
So we were gonna hold off and we were like, yeah, I think it was like.
That's fun.
Is this
Yeah,
where
my
the
dad-
meeting
He
is?
loves fishing. He does the whole thing. He'll catch it and then he'll play it too. And he's sick.
So it's we don't mind.
There's nothing better than though your own like fresh catch. I do know it'd be different because I still eat fish, so I'm still pescatarian. I feel like if I'm gonna do that, I need to know I need to be able to do it. Like I should do it. And I don't really have any issues with it other than that I don't really know how. And I don't want to just feel something for some reason.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
You need that?
No, I mean, no.
It takes me like an hour and
Because I hit that button and
We're multiplying it forward.
Takes me
need more chair.
Yeah, right.
And I drive drag. I'm like, swear to you.
that's heaven, being that close to her.
All right.
How you doing?
How about you?
Great,
Hey,
wonderful,
Feels just like I look.
interesting.
The answer, the answer is so many ways. Feel good energy today. It's probably Ansel.
When is it not answer?
My man. Definition of growth. Real quickly, just a hello for a couple of our new folks that are in here. Just a name and a hello, and so you know who they are.
Karen, hi.
She's Angela's friend. Watch out, because we know Angela, don't make your notes. Watch Angela come after your ass. Miss Hannah?
Hannah Robinson.
Hannah Robinson, voice of an angel.
Thank you.
Crystal.
Crystal
With
Bridge.
a C.
Awesome. This is us. You get to know everybody: Kenny, Mike, Ashley, Ansel, Angela, Mo. Remember, go. All right, let's talk some biz. Important Friday. Couple of important items to talk about that have been coming to me as we move through the week in general. First, though, leaders. Top of the board, Kenny Ocho Rios, 6,300 AP, 35% conversion, 7 policies. 10 policies a goal every week. Okay? So Kenny leads the way often. He's a leader. 10. That's what's there, right? Brian Townsend, 7 policies, 6K AP, 28%. He works, he's one of our guys that isn't here. We have a few people that want to or
Coming for you, Brian.
coming for
And now the party starts.
the heart and soul, if you will, of Guide to Insure. Nelson Rodriguez, ladies and gentlemen. Claire, Angela, Nelson, all right there, right? Big day today, and it's a big week. A day of meh, and it's meh, right? By the way, Angela is probably spending half the time that most of us are on new customers. So great job, Angela, Nelson, Claire, you're there. Ansel going into yesterday, the week wasn't, he missed a day, right? That'll take it down. But 2 policies as going into yesterday, what's it going to be? You know, it'd be very easy to say, this week's been a tough one. Chalk it up. Get back after it next week. 7 hours of talk time yesterday, 2 policies, and he's right back in the mix around 5,000 AP to make this week and today whatever he wants it to be. Great job. Great job. And I want to give some recognition to myself. I do want to give some love to Miss Marine, who's been in the classroom for 2 straight weeks now with the new folks. And guys, as a teacher, you guys are way harder to deal with than 7th and 8th graders. Okay, having you guys in a classroom for 2 straight weeks is a lot more difficult than I have to do. Right? Just say shut up. You know, I tell them I had to be there anyway. So I know how much effort it takes, time and attention when you're with brand new folks for 2 straight weeks. So thank you, Ms. Mo. And I also don't want to forget Jason because, you know, for everything that you guys see Jason do, I got him doing 10 other things on top of that. So, you know, there's a lot, he does a lot of stuff. So remember that and be grateful. He works hard. You might not be able to tell all the time, but not many people care as much as Jason cares, and that's something that you can't teach. So thank you, Jason.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right, so now let's talk about what's been going on in my brain hole. So oftentimes there's various messages or things that any of us are going through that we see. Sometimes we don't see, sometimes we see and don't realize, then we realize it later on, but whatever it is, a big one for me has been this together in everything. Personally, professionally, I look back at some memories of mine that were very favorable, and together was a big part of that. I feel my future self come in and say, it's even more important later on, so do it now. It's okay, together. And I start thinking about how that applies here, how that applies to us and the things that we want to do, the places we want to go, whether it be our own personal paycheck, whether it be winning the first hour of the day, or getting to your yearly goal, whatever it might be. And I started trying to apply that because I hear it as I walk through here, little whispers, together. And I have a habit, which I imagine all of us kind of do in some way, shape, or form, of thinking it's all about me. Oh, how does it apply to me? It's just me. Well, that's the opposite of together, right? That's just me. So I try to put it out and say, how does it reflect here? And there's been some things I've noticed this week, some things I want to bring to our attention so that we can take advantage of the message to help all of ourselves get to where we want to be the way we want to be there, which isn't tired and, I got to where I'm going, but I'm too tired to enjoy it, right? It isn't drained, it's full. all the time. The energy is infinite. It's all around us. We learn how to kind of tap in a little bit, and we don't have to be tired. If we do some stuff together, though, it gets a lot easier. So I say often the power of helping other people, the power of adding value to somebody else's day, right? Zig Ziglar with the, you can have everything in life you want if you help enough other people get everything they want. And then, you know, I realized a long time ago, and I don't know how often I hammer this home when I'm talking about helping other people, but when you do that, you're helping yourself. Always. You're adding more value to you by helping somebody else than you are to the person that you're helping. You can't control how they perceive, receive, are grateful for or not your help or your value. Right? They're going to do what they will. But when you do it, it always adds value to you. And I want to grow and add value to myself. I want to be the best version of myself. I certainly recognize it when I fall short, right? So I want to recognize it when I don't as well. And I want to have the awareness that every time I am helping somebody else, I'm helping myself. So do we all understand the concept that, you don't have to believe it, but the concept I'm trying to put across, that if you help other people, you help yourself, and helping yourself is a huge, important thing in all of our lives. The concept of that makes sense, right? I needed to for this next piece to make sense. If helping everybody else and adding value to other people helps ourselves, and helping ourselves is the goal, then let's be the most selfish motherfuckers that ever lived. Okay? Let's be selfish. Why are you being selfish? Isn't that the opposite of what you said? Is it the opposite of what I said? Because if I can help myself be the best version of myself by helping other people, then what should I do more of?
Help other people.
Real mind F there, right? Got stretching the brain. Wait, you're telling me that helping other people is very selfish? Right? But just because the word selfish has a negative connotation, right, in our world of whatever, I'm selfish, I'm not selfish. It's one of those words that sets up a defensive wall, right? Have a conversation with somebody and start it with the word "you should" or "you better," and watch how their energy changes, right? Put the word "selfish" in there anywhere, and it's like if you're talking about them to them, and the word "selfish" comes up, ooh, that wall goes right up. But it's not. There is no word that is inherently good or bad. It's only the way we think about it and what it's perceived as. Let's be selfish. Let's help so many other people, add value to so many others' days that we help ourselves, right? So that sounds really cool, Andrew. How do we do it? Let me start off with some examples of how it's already happening, and then we can talk about how we can actively add to it, right? Or try and get better at it. When Kenny Rios is in the building and he's in the meetings and he's ready to go and he's focused, when he's out on the phone and he's pacing and he's walking and you can hear him pitching, when he's on the message board and he's saying, "I see you, Mike. I see you, Ansel," and he's talking, the entire vibration of the sales floor is different. I have a very unique perspective of it because I move out and in and around, and a lot of times we're so in it that maybe you always feel it whether you know it or not. But I can see it and feel it in different ways. And that is an example of together. He's helping everybody else, but more importantly, he's helping himself. Because as a leader, you start doing those things, you start putting yourself out, well, you better back it up too. Now, you better. You always will if you're talented and work hard and execute the process. Kenny didn't have to feel pressure about it because he knows he's going to. But that helping other people, that adding value outwardly, does put a little bit of extra this, right? Might be a couple extra eyeballs on me. I better sound, I better look, I better feel. That's an example of together. When Nelson Rodriguez is walking around, and guys, you know he's adding value when you hear that kind of high-pitched laugh he does. you hear that, oh, my man's on, and it adds value everywhere he goes, right? When someone wants to say, what's the definition of coming into work every day and getting after it all day long? Look at Ansel Simmons. My man means business. He's here to do a thing, right? And getting it, he gets in and he gets going. Some days more successful than other days, but always progress. And progress is all we're looking for. That's what we need, right? As long as that progress is happening, then we're never going backwards. So, together seems good, right? Together's happy, right? Together's not always easy, right? And if we're only pursuing the easy, fun, happy parts of things, we're setting ourselves up for when the not easy, happy, fun stuff comes, to not be ready, to not be aware, and to not handle it the way that we want to, the way that we should, the way that adds value to everybody else. Because they are the same thing. They're just over here, one's over here. And they need each other to exist. If you only knew what ice cold was, that was the only temperature, would you know what hot is? Because hot can't be a thing without cold. Cold can't be a thing without hot. Good can't be a thing without, right? They're all relationships. So, what do you mean by together's not always an easy thing or a good thing? Are we going to be the kind of team that holds each other accountable when something isn't going your way? When you notice that someone just kind of, oh man, what's going on? I need you. I need you to have energy today, so I have energy today. What's up? You all right? Right? Having a 3-hour talk time day. All right, we're trying to get the numbers up and more around so that we can see them live, so that we can be more present in those moments. But that doesn't add value to you. Doesn't add value to the biz, and ultimately doesn't add value to us. Okay? It's not always easy, but it's necessary. And if we're truly going to be a team that does things together, then we got to be ready for those times when it's not easy. We got to be understanding when somebody has one of those days, right? And how can we help you get out of it? Or can I just be the thing for you? Okay, I get it. But I'm going to be the thing for you today. When you start coming out of it, when you start feeling like, okay, whatever it is, anytime today, look at me. And I'm going to be the example just in the way that I'm doing everything today. Maybe that's the thing that the person needs, or the whatever it is, right? But in every moment, it's easier together. The hard part is easier if you have someone to together that hard thing with. The good times feel better when we're consistently doing that, right? And that flows out and into our calls. I know, what does this have to do with final expense? For you new folks that are in here, oftentimes our meetings don't. But they always do. Yeah. It puts us in a place where we can perform optimally. Just like what you eat in the morning, what you think when you get out of bed. How much water did you drink before you got on here? I know, I drank not enough. It makes you feel a way. The better you feel, the more likely you are to succeed. The more likely you are to succeed, the easier it is to do things together. The more likely it is other people succeed. The more likely it is that other people succeed, the faster we all get to wherever it is we want to go. Whether it be Guide to Insure being a 200-person juggernaut of an agency, or whether it's something personal for you. We're going to be here all day, most days, 8 hours a day. I don't see my children that much, that many hours, that many waking hours. I spend more time with you than my babies. It's not a bad thing. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm saying it's a thing that I'm aware of so that I can find the reasons to add value and do things together and get better, right? And I need you guys, because don't get me wrong, I'm here. I'm not preaching. I'm talking to me. When I'm talking to you, I'm talking to me. It's us. There is no I here. Truly. And I want us all to succeed. I want us all to take advantage of the time we're going to be here anyway. It's one of those things where we're going to be here anyway. And we all agreed, right? I have my top time. I'm going to give that poem again, Kenny. Kenny did a poem once. It was hilarious. We have fun. It's not always so serious. So, if we want to be the best versions of us, and we understand that helping other people and adding value to other people helps us, and doing it together as a team helps us, and that it's not always easy, and it's even more important to together things when it's not easy, then let's be really selfish. Let's be the most selfish people that have ever existed. Because the people in this room are not average. Their production in any given moment might look average. Shouldn't, but it might. But you're not. Every single one of you has something that is special, something that will add, something that maybe you don't even know you have yet. So let's be a garden, let's water each other, and let's grow. Because those things will result in final expense success. But it'll also result in a lot of other successes that you don't even know don't exist yet. You just can't see them. They're there. You'll see them. But not if you're, do it now, all the time. Mike, Kenny, guys at home, Ansel, Angela, Mo, new folks, our eyeballs are going to be on you. Be open to helping, right? The very nature of the biz makes it difficult for a Marine to be in 6 places at once, right? So think about your first day, your first few minutes, your first few calls. Something that maybe you experienced that you then got the answer for or overcame. Be aware of that because it's happening over here right now. If it happened to you, it's happening somewhere over here with the new folks right now. And if you can add value to them by assisting them, saying hi, letting them know, any questions, I'm right here. If I'm on a call, I might not be able to do a thing. I'm not being rude. I'll get to you as soon as I can. Getting that Slack. That Slack helps out. When I was new, I had so many questions about medicine, about this, about what happens in underwriting. Man, that Slack channel really helped out. Boom, Angela's there, Kenny's there. And the awareness of all of this will keep you present. And I promise you, I don't, the lesson about what being present truly means, I believe, is an infinite one that has no end. But there are moments when I realize that when I'm truly present, I just know things. I don't know how I know them, but I know. I know what direction to go, what to do, what the answer is. How do I know that? Doesn't matter. Stay present. You start thinking about how you know, then you're not present. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. But don't get overwhelmed because it's easy. And it's really hard. So, what do you guys want to do today? Win, no matter what. Money on my mind. Define win.
Being successful, helping as many people as possible.
More specific.
3 ups today. That's my goal.
All right, I'll take that. 3 policies for Mike. You guys heard it, right?
Yes, sir.
Be watching your boy. Help him out. Win. All right? Sound good? New folks, I didn't scare you, did I? It's like remember when the road runner would go and there's a trail of dust? You see their car tail lights pulling out. You didn't tell me in the interview that you were a maniac. I've got some mania inside of me, but it mostly has to do with love. But I fall short too. That's why I need you guys. All right? You ready?
Yes, sir.
Man, if you got greatness in your heart,
Let it out.
let it out.
Good morning, Brian.
Brian Townsend.
Good job, Bri.
Brian's just getting here, man. We shouted you out. We talked for like 15 minutes about you before you logged in. Oh, wait, he's been here the whole time? Never mind. Let's go.
You just told us that you have a gift from the universe, which is the ability to know without someone having taught you or told you. It's called a word of knowledge. It means that you have it.
Have a good day, people. 6.